The use of modern information and communication technology in teaching English is making students of English teacher Said Ghannaj love to learn the language. They even learn it much faster in comparison with sticking just to ordinary school books. As explained in a brief interview with Hamid Benshkron, Said Ghannaj underlines the whole teaching operation should be viewed from a different perspective, in the sense that students today are more inclined to benefit from ICT as a very helpful tool.
Teaching nowadays should be viewed from a different perspective. Especially we are talking here about students who they always carry their mobile phones, tablets. They are all the time putting headphones, listening to music, watching videos. So we're no more here talking about all the way the talk and talk. We're talking about technology. So why not make use of it inside the classroom and try to make students relate to it? It also facilitates the teaching and learning processes. I think that by using technology not only helps the teacher, for example, explains different vocabulary, not only by talking about these vocabulary items, but showing pictures, showing videos. So these things help students in retaining the vocabulary items. I also make use of music, which is a very important tool. As I said earlier, that students, they are always with their headphones and they come to the classroom, listen to music all the time. So at the beginning of the year, I try to tell them, talk to me about your favorite songs, singers, bring me your favorite songs, and I collect their songs. I go home, I listen to their songs, and I try to choose and then work on that. Choose one of the songs and work on it and explain it with the students. And they resort to drawing on the board instead of drawing a chart or a table. I try to draw a butterfly, a fishbone, to teach certain concepts, so that students, when they go home and they try to revise their lessons, they can easily remember the lesson that was taught.
Yeah, well, you received some kind of training before becoming a teacher. Just talk to me about how teachers don't pay attention to such tips that really help students, especially while learning new languages.
I think the training is very basic, and it just gives you the blueprint. I mean, how you write a lesson plan, how you teach a certain concepts. They ask you to make use of technology, but it's up to you to do such things and to be creative within the limits that they draw to you in the training centers. It all depends on the teacher now. It's not about the training. If you go and ask all the teachers, they said what we've seen in the training has nothing or is different from what we encounter when we practice. Again, it's up to the teacher to decide. I mean, if he or she wants to be creative in their teaching or not.
Yeah, and what kind of feedback do you receive from students and also from supervisors, mainly those we call inspectors?
I've been teaching for 3 years, and I have received positive feedback from students, because what matters most is the students, because you spend the whole year with the students. And the inspector or the supervisor visits you only 3 or 2 times a year. And at the same time, I had good feedback from my supervisors. They encouraged me to do more and read more, so that I can be more creative in my job. Concerning students, I think they like to listen to music and to have fun inside the classroom. I'm not trying to bring the traditional way to the classroom, but trying to be the 21st century teacher and trying to be at the same age of my students, know their concerns, and also try to strike that balance between the reality and what we teach inside the classroom. So if they want to have fun in reality and listen to music, watch videos, why not make use of that and teach them the language or anything else?
Yeah, and do you try to pass over this creative teaching method to other colleagues of yours?
I have friends. I discuss things with them. All right. I'm still working on my skills, on my teaching skills. I have my Facebook account. I share things that I do. They ask me for certain activities. I share that with them. and that's how we do it.
Okay, talk to me about the main websites and the main sources where you get inspired.
I need to have a list in here because I just go to Google and type, how to teach certain things in a different way and how to, there is one, maybe I think website, IS Collect, something like that. And I go to watch some TEDx videos about, especially about teaching. I see videos of teachers in America, in Finland, how they teach students. And I also read and attend different conferences about teaching. That's how I get inspired.
Yeah, as a teacher, what message you would like to pass over to decision makers, especially at the Ministry of Education, in terms of teaching foreign languages in Moroccan public schools?
Teachers should be given more attention and should be listened to more. Those people who decide on the syllabus and the programs of the year, they should listen to the teacher and listen to their concerns. What do they want to change and what are the things that they want to keep? Because just taking decisions from your desk really doesn't help in developing teaching languages in Morocco. Or I teach Common Core. I don't know why do they still ask us to teach students how to write a letter. And now we're talking about emails. We're not no more talking about letters. Talking about emails. We need to see how to write WhatsApp messages, how to write, for example, good emails, something that is current and not traditional. There are some texts that are outdated. And this I'd like to say thank you to the teachers who try to supplement the material that we have in the course book. They try to bring something new or something from outside so that they can introduce it to students. We also try to create some language labs. Inside each school, there should be a library that is devoted to languages only, so that the students can go there and find dictionaries, find short stories, read them, brush up on their knowledge in such languages. That's all.
Thank you so much, Professor Aziz Raji Ghannaj. You're a teacher of English. Thank you so much for your time.
You're most welcome.